kind of just like, pass. As dry and critical and sarcastic as I am, I have never done an anti-haul before, and so that's what today's video is going to be about. Hey guys, if you're a new friend, welcome to my channel, and if you're an old friend, welcome back. I'm Sophia Starla. If you don't know, anti-haul videos are basically where I sit and tell you what products I'm not gonna be buying. I'm not gonna be giving them my coin. I will not be using them or adding them to my makeup collection. So if you're interested in seeing what products I'm saying no thank you to, then keep on watching because the video is coming up next. Sometimes it seems with anti-haul videos though that like people will be really harsh on a product because it isn't targeted towards their demographic, and so then it's like, well, I'm gonna be harsh on this because it's not for me, and so that makes it stupid. And like, I kind of hate when people do that because it's like, just because it doesn't work for you doesn't mean that it's not gonna work amazingly for this other group of people. So that's what I want to keep in mind when I talk about these products. Of course, this is completely my opinion. I'm allowed my opinion, just like you're allowed your opinion, and it's my money and I can do whatever I want with my money, and you can do whatever you want with your money too. So that being said, the first product that I'm going to talk about is the Fenty Holiday Collection. I really hope that y'all don't kill me for this. Let me preface this by saying that I absolutely love Rihanna. Like, I have every single one of her albums. I think that fashion-wise, musically, she's gorgeous. Her makeup always looks amazing. I did a video of me trying the Wild Thoughts makeup look. I thought it was, I mean, I just love her, so I can say that. But I feel like these products are not for me. Not even just the holiday collection, but like her foundation, it just, like, looking at all the reviews, swatching it in Sephora, like the foundation, I just knew it wasn't gonna work for my skin type because I have very dry skin, and it just looked like it was for people with oily skin. I think that her coming out with those 40 foundation shades is like amazing, and it really, I feel like, woke the industry up and let them know like, hey, brown people need foundations that match their undertones. Like, you can't just give us like 5 generic browns and expect it to work. So I love them for that. I just wish that she made one that was for people with dry skin, because the secret is that I have PCOS, and my dry skin is caused by that PCOS, and PCOS is, I want to say, affecting 20% of the population. So if I have dry skin because of PCOS, I know that a lot of other women do too, and like, it doesn't matter what amount of moisturizer I put on my skin, I'm just gonna be dry. And so make some more foundations for dry skin girls, please. But anyways, so yeah, that's why I haven't gotten Fenty. Please don't kill me for this, you guys, because I really do love Rihanna and I'm dying to try her products, but I just want it to be a product that actually works for me and my skin. I should say that I'm getting sick, you guys. Like, I can feel it. My throat's very scratchy. I'm way too congested. So please bear with me with this video because I'm struggling, but I'm trying. Yeah, with the holiday collection palette, I just don't, I mean, it's 14 shades and they're literally all shimmer. Like, technically they're like eyeshadow toppers. And so in that sense, like, yes, I could see myself maybe adding them to an eyeshadow look, but the way those colors are laid out, they're just not really appealing to me and the look that I'm going for. I think that a lot of more fair-skinned people could probably get a lot out of them, but it's very cool toned. And I just don't really rock with cool tones like that. And shimmer shades are just not my favorite. You guys know that. I don't really love shimmer shades. The palette is $59 and I can't even create like a complete look with it. And that, to me, it's just too much money to spend on a palette that I can't create a full look with. I know that I would not touch that palette. I think that the Fenty Holiday Collection is really cute and the packaging is gorgeous. I can definitely say that. Like, she definitely hit it out of the park with the packaging. It's just that for my professional life, like for my going to work every day, like, I just can't really use these products. I feel like they would just be sitting on my shelf in my vanity, not really getting used that often, and it would just be like a waste of space. Like, I don't have that much space in my beauty room to just be like getting products just because of who they're from. So yeah, not getting that one. The Too Faced White Chocolate Holiday Collection. Honestly, I love Too Faced, so it really hurts my heart to have to, you know, kind of roast them like this. But honestly, this palette is not for me. Like, I see who this palette is for, y'all, you know, are making it very clear that this is for the fair toned girls, the fair skinned girls. It's very clear that's who it's for. It's so funny to me that they always throw a purple into their palettes. Like no matter what, there's gonna be some shade of purple. This one is like a very, very pale like lavender, which I think is an interesting take on like winter colors. I'm so excited to see like what people can do with this palette, what the looks are gonna be like. I just know that they will not be getting their coins from me for this. It's a super pretty palette. I just feel like on anyone but the very pale, that lavender is going to look like pretty much white on their skin tone. So yeah, I'm definitely not going to be getting this, but I think that it is cute and that it might work for other people. Too Faced does have some interesting quality when it comes to their holiday collection, so hopefully, you know, they switched up that formula and it's on the same level as their, if I hear that that palette is on the same level as the Just Peachy palette, like I might have to get it because that quality is on point. The next item that I'm not gonna be getting is the Kylie Cosmetics purple eyeshadow palette. This palette looks super cute and I do feel like it would work for deeper skin tone people, but I kind of have mixed feelings about the Kardashians. Not kinda, I definitely have mixed feelings about the Kardashians. And so it would just feel wrong. Lady, it would just feel kind of wrong. Like I don't really want to give them my money. Like I don't want to give them my money. This palette looks cute and maybe if it came from someone else, I would be a little bit more interested. Also, the palette is just like super duper cool toned and you guys know that I'm not really a big fan of cool tones. I feel like I could maybe make it work and I like honestly, the more that I look at it, the more that I talk about it, I am kind of curious to see how I could work it, what looks I would come up with, but I'm just not gonna give them my money, so sorry. So the next product that I'm not gonna be getting is, I'm sorry to say this, but Too Faced Unicorn Collection is supposed to come out February 2018. Honestly, it feels like they're about 9 months late. Like unicorns were really big at the beginning of 2017, especially like in the spring and summertime, and like it was very poppin', you know. People were all about the unicorns and fairies and mermaids and whatnot. I wasn't really interested in that because I'm a grown woman. No shade. I don't have any interest in those types of colors. It does kind of look like, here's the thing about Too Faced, and I swear to God, you guys, I love Too Faced, but sometimes it feels like it's one thing to have a very feminine looking product where it's very floral and pink and rosy and just like hearts and stuff like that, but then they kind of cross the line and just make it like very girly and childish, and like this collection looks very childish to me. It looks like something that would be sold at Claire's, and me as a woman, you know, now that I'm in my 30s, I just don't really see it for a product like this. I think even for the people who were on the mermaid unicorn trend, it's just kind of late. Like, so I'm not sure who's gonna be getting this collection, but it won't be me. Another thing that I'm not gonna be getting this go around is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sugar Glow Kit. Here's the thing about highlighters, and you guys probably are gonna look at me like I'm crazy for this, but I only really need like maybe 5 highlighters in my whole life. Like I just feel like highlighters are cool and I enjoy them, but I don't need them in like 20 different shades. And so like there just aren't, like when I see a highlighter palette, I'm kind of just like, pass. They all kind of do the same thing to me. Like I know that sounds really crazy, but like when most people see a highlighter on your face, unless that highlighter, and the way that I wear my highlighter, it's always going to be like a candlelight glow. It's not going to be like a boom holographic, like very strong beam of light on my face. Like I just enjoy the nice little soft candlelight glow. So I just don't really like the way that I wear them. People aren't going to be able to see, oh, that's purple, oh, that's blue, something like that. Like it's just not that frosty. I wear it very lightly. So yeah, I'm sorry, but specifically this one, it looks so similar to my Becca highlighter, Becca and Chrissy Teigen highlight. Like looks very, very similar. I don't even wear this one as much as I should because I have a Wet n Wild highlighter that has my heart and I'm married to it and I can't really let it go. When I find a highlighter that I like, I typically stick with it and I don't really like deviate from that one highlighter that has my heart. And at the moment, that's Wet n Wild's Precious Pearls. highlighter. Like, I just love it. I wear it all the time. But yeah, so I just don't really need that many highlighters, and that's why I'm not gonna be getting this one. So the next thing that I'm not gonna be getting is the Tarte Toasted palette. Honestly, this palette does look super duper pretty. It just feels like they're a little bit late to the party when it comes to warm toned eyeshadow palettes. If they had come out with this palette in the spring, I probably would have been shitting my pants over it because it looks almost identical to the Naked Heat palette. Like, I've seen a couple of comparison videos and they're very, very similar. And I already have the Naked Heat palette and it's cool. You know, I like it or whatever. But I don't need two palettes like that. Absolutely not. Also, Tarte and I have an interesting relationship when it comes to their eyeshadows. Like, sometimes I just kind of am underwhelmed. Like, I feel like there are just other eyeshadows out there that perform a little bit better and give me more of what I'm looking for. I don't want to shit on Tarte, but the Tarteist Pro palette was a huge disappointment for me. And the Tarte Let in Bloom palette, which I have, I never really pick up because I just feel like there are other eyeshadow palettes that work better. In terms of their past history, I just feel like I would be let down. And so that's why I'm keeping my coins in my purse on this one, and I'm not gonna get that palette. The next thing that I'm not gonna be getting is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. I really like Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. You guys know that's like one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes of all time. The subsequent palettes that I've gotten from them have been okay. They've been all right. But you know, what happened with the Subculture palette, I was just a little bit disappointed in the way that they handled that. And so it kind of just makes me a little bit wary of the brand, and so that's why I'm really not going to be picking up this Prism palette. Even though it is pretty, it does look like I could have a lot of fun with it, but it looks like I could only have fun with it on the weekends at nights. Like, I just don't really see myself using this palette on a regular basis. I don't really think I would just be picking it up that often, and I just don't really see a point in getting a palette, or any product for that matter, that I would only use once or twice a year. So yeah, I'm gonna pass on this. The last product that I'm gonna be talking about today is the Laura Lee Cosmetics eyeshadow palette called Cat's Pajamas. Now, I should preface this by saying that I do watch Laura Lee's videos. I think they're super cute. Like, she just has a really bubbly personality. I watch her videos. I like her. I think she's cute. I do find her relationship with Jeffree Star pretty problematic, but that's neither here nor there. In terms of her palette, it's $40 for 10 shades. And even though it does look like the colors work well and they are pigmented and they're pretty, the palette just isn't very the palette just isn't very original to me. I feel like I've seen these shades before, and so I don't understand why I would pay $40 just because they came from Laura Lee. Looking at the palette, like, I've just seen every single one of these colors before somewhere else, and it's kind of disappointing to me that she made something that just seems so unoriginal. I feel like lots of people would be able to use it and make gorgeous looks with it, especially people of all shade ranges. Like, I think that it could work for fair-skinned and deeper-skinned people, which I think is great. Like, I'm glad that she made it so widely appealing. I just think that the colors are unoriginal. The packaging, you know, I think it's a little bit, how can I say this without sounding mega shady? I just wish that she had made it a little bit more cohesive. If you're gonna do flowers on the inside, do flowers on the outside too. If you're gonna do sparkles on the outside, do sparkles on the inside too. I just thought the packaging was just a little bit tacky, but that's me. You know, other people, I mean, if she likes it, that's cool, that's great. It's her palette, she can do whatever the heck she wants with it. And I don't buy palettes for the packaging, of course. But yeah, so that palette, I think it's cute. I think it would work for other people. I'm not gonna spend $40 on 10 shades just because Laura Lee puts her name on it. I'm sorry, girl, I still love you. But yeah, so that's all the products that I have to talk about today. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comments what you think about me doing videos like this. If you'd like to see me do more Auntie hauls. To me, Auntie hauls are fun because I don't have to spend my money and I still get to talk about products. So if you guys are interested in seeing more things like this from me, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. There were some other products that I was considering including, but like the more that I looked at them, the more that I was just like, girl, you might get that one, don't play yourself. So yeah, please don't forget to give this video a big old thumbs up. Make sure to share it with a friend because that would be super cool. And please subscribe. If you haven't done so already, like, what is your problem? What's your deal? What are you waiting for? Like, I make cool videos. I'm a cool chick. I mean, and it really helps me out like a ton. So subscribe. I'm almost to 600. Like, that would be so cool. I just want to get to like, 1,000 by the end of the year. Is that too ambitious? It probably is, but I don't care. So yeah, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.